Black mom faces continuous rejection in attempts to patent skin tone emojis. So Katrina Parrot, she invented the ideal of diverse skin emojis, and she continues to face rejection. She states long before smartphone users had access to them on their screens, she is still awaiting recognition and a patent for her innovation. Now, according to BuzzFeed and also Black Enterprise News, Parrot's situation has moved lawmakers to question the U.S. Patent and Trademarks Office regarding the treatment of people of color, women, and other underrepresented creators. Following Parrot's approach for help, Democratic Senator Elizabeth Warren of Massachusetts and Democratic Representative Sheila Jackson Lee of Texas sent a letter to the office addressing the issue and demanding answers. We are writing to express our concerns regarding the disproportionate challenges that small businesses, women, people of color, and other underrepresented minorities face in the patent approval process, the letter wrote, with a demand for a response by February 28. When giant tech companies like Apple are granted patent after patent by the USPTO, women and entrepreneurs of color face steep hurdles in getting credit for their ideas and too often see their patents rejected, Warren said in a statement. Now, the USPTO needs to do a full accounting of how and why entrepreneurs of color disproportionately have their patents rejected and level the playing field for small business owners taking on big tech, she added. The USPTO has undertaken extensive and concerted efforts during the Biden administration to ensure diversity, equity, and inclusion throughout the U.S. patent system, as well as to identify any reasons those who apply for patents are not awarded them, the office told BuzzFeed. Patton, 64 years of age, pursued her ideal in 2013 after her daughter observed there were no emojis that reflected her skin tone. Now, after conducting some research, the innovator, Miss Parrot, used over $200,000 of her savings to hire a screen engineer, illustrator, copyright specialist, and videographer. Later that year, she launched Diversicons in Apple's App Store, where customers had access to over 300 diverse emojis. The Washington Post reported that even after a successful presentation at the Unicode Consortium and a meeting with Apple executives that later led to Unicode members agreeing to add 5 diverse skin tones, the tech company still declined to partner with Parrot, saying they would design their own directly into the iPhone according to Unicode standards. Parrot attempted to file a lawsuit against Apple for copyright infringement, but the case was thrown out. Now, that sounds about right. That because Apple is a big company, they were stealing someone else's idea, allegedly, and saying they're going to make their own after they saw her idea. And that happens a lot. They saw her idea. Oh, we can make our own now that we've seen your idea. We can create our own. And then her lawsuit was thrown out when she filed a lawsuit against them. And you probably know why, because it's her versus Apple. And then the fact is that they won't give her a patent. And it's really sad. So I'm hoping that she will get some traction on this with, Senator Elizabeth Warren and Representative Democratic Sheila Jackson Lee. I'm hoping that she will get some traction and she will get get the, justice. Because if that is her patent, as she stated, and now you have senators and representatives getting involved, state representatives getting involved in this, maybe that'll give some traction to the USPTO. And but we still, as people of color, Black people, women, we still face discrimination. And if you're a small company and you're trying to get a patent, I've been told by a lot of different people that have went through that process or attempted to go through it, is that it's very difficult, it's very challenging, and they're very biased. I've been told a lot of different things, and that's why some people tend to just trademark their product, instead of getting the actual patent, because what happens, because there's that process in there. I've read up on it, and don't quote me for everything, but there's a process in there, and some people go the less expensive way because of the problematic situations, this and then the fact this is so expensive. And then now we're hearing another story about a black person and a black woman on top of it, a beautiful black woman. Looks don't matter, but I'm just saying, a woman, putting her ideals out there and, working with a big company, doing a presentation and showing them, and then all of a sudden we can do our own, and then, they looks like, allegedly copyright, and that's what it really looks like. So, but this is, but again, allegedly, because I'm not here to say Apple has stole anything, but this is what's public information, and this is what out there, and it's under different articles as well. So anyway, leave your comments below on what you think about this. And do you know of anyone, or even your own family or yourself, that has faced rejection in trying to get a patent? Have you ever tried to get one? Do you know of any other people besides people we know also under our African American history? A lot of black people, that have, invented things, and had to get patents and things like that has happened. So do you know of anyone, or do you know any stories about, problems with getting your ideas or someone else's ideas or a family member's ideas patent? And what can you share on that information? Leave your respectful comments below, and thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to share the video. Don't forget to like the video, which means give it a thumbs up, and subscribe to the channel if you are not a subscriber. I truly appreciate you all on today. Copyright disclaimer: under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news reporting, scholarship, and research, and fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Nonprofit education or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram. Don't forget to check out my jewelry, OitsSharine Jewelry. My Instagram is StandupBcounted. And then don't forget to stick with it 6 weeks. Any mode or form of exercise 3 times a week. And you can break it up in 10-minute increments a day. So talk with you all soon.